Hello, all you cool kids out there. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on this impromptu afternoon live. I'm going to be continuing on making junk journal tags with fabric. So this is part 2. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As you guys know, I go live Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time normally. But here we are having a little afternoon fun. Tonight's live is going to be canceled, but I'll be back tomorrow, Friday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for a little bit more fun before I head out to California. You can hear my cat running around in the background. He's probably chasing a piece of plastic. We're doing whatever he loves to do in life. So, last night I made these tags, and they're really pretty with fabric, and they're actually book pages. Hello, Felicia. Thank you for joining me. So they're actually book pages, and I was able to put the fabric on top and sew, make them up pretty. And I did this by using the Heat and Bond Light and, of course, my sewing machine. So this is great. And these are all bed sheet fabric. So these are all bed sheets that I was able to source, and I've got so much of them, it's not even funny. So now I've got to work with them. So now I've got to make them into everything possible, right? Hi, Carrie Ann. Welcome. So I need to make, I have more tags to make, but I need to make even more because last night I tried making some tags and they weren't quite working out because the tags were like too soft. So I didn't use enough book pages. I did use 2 book pages in that instance. However, this is 2 book pages, but the paper is thicker. So I guess that works a little bit better. So what I do basically is I glue together 2 pages and then rip them off. You got your cutter and you're just waiting for the heat and bond to rip. Oh, awesome. You are almost ready. This cutter is awesome though. Okay, so now basically what I do is this is 2 pieces of book page glued together in the middle, basically where all the text is. That's where the glue is. And then I cut around the text block. So that's what we're doing today. I have a couple more to make before I get to the actual action of the day. But hey, this is action too, right? I'm just kidding. You are going to love that cutter, I'm telling you right now. What I use it for, it's great. And I don't really have a need for another cutter. Except for sometimes it's too big to cut something that's like this small, you know? So that's why I have another cutter. Hello, Vern. Welcome. Or Irene. Welcome, Irene. I'll try and remember that. Oh, man, I gotta sneeze. Oh my gosh. It's like this book paper is dusty or something. Ugh. Probably. Okay. We're back. And you could actually use these paper scraps that I'm cutting off. You can stamp on them. These little pieces right here. You can stamp on them. You could do things. But I have so many book pages, and I plan on doing this more, so it's okay. There are things to do with them. Okay, this is a different type of paper. Different type of book. That I've already actually made the journal out of. This book, I've already made the junk journal out of it and sold it. So now I've just got the book pages to deal with. But we're getting through it. Okay. Now, I need to cut out the edges, right? And I'm using my We Are Memory Keepers tag punch board today to do this. Of course, there's different methods that you can do this. very well without having to spend $7 to buy this thing. Just so you know. Did I do D? I think I did D. Yeah, I did do D. So let's do D over here. So basically there's like letters that have all these little lines. They have little lines. You probably can't tell on the camera, but there's like little lines. And they all have letters. And you kind of just like match up to how big you want the edge to be cut off. And then you turn it to the other side and you you go back to that same letter to do the other side. But sometimes I forget what letter I just did. That's my problem. That's nothing to do with the board. It's a personal issue. Hi, Christy. Hi, Tori. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. So let's do C for this one. This one's going to be C. We have all these little leftover corners always. 1 second. Let me blow my nose. Oh, my God. Okay. Always happening. Okay. So let's go to C. It's really windy right now, and it has been for the last couple days. Always makes me sneeze. Okay, here's the last one I gotta do. On the other hand, I'm doing C. Okay. So now we can move on to the next more exciting part. Oh, wait, I forgot. I need to make the holes for them. I didn't make them on there yesterday, and I kind of regretted it. So let me do that now. Basically, I do this because when it's covered in fabric, I'll be able to tell where the middle is. It's harder to make this hole in the middle without this machine, without this little tag punch, to be honest with you. It helps you center it. I can't eyeball that. And trying to figure it out with math, I mean, yeah, right. Yeah, right. So let me just do that now. So that way later on, I actually punch a bigger hole. But at least this way I know where the middle is and I can figure it out better from here. So I got to remember to do this step for sure. All the time. And if you guys don't know, I'm trying to make about 20 of these tags. I have, how many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 done. So, I mean, yeah, right. Today should be a little bit easier. Yesterday was a little bit harder because I had like different stripes I was doing on each one. Like every single one had like multiple stripes. This one I'm only planning on putting about 2 fabrics per tag. So that should be a little easier for me. I am going to go to Cali this weekend. I'm going this weekend. I didn't go last week. And now my parents are going too. So I guess after I hang out with April and after I hang out with little Rhonda Lee from YouTube, I'm going to be hanging out with family, I suppose. So that'll be fun. It'll be fun to be with everybody. At least for a day. April! I'm coming to Cali, baby. I'm coming. I'm coming back to Cali. Okay. I am coming back. I am coming. Yep, I'm coming into town for sure. For sure this time. for cheesy. Let me get some chapstick. I need chapstick. Okay, so now I have these tags, right? Okay, so now I have these tags, and we're going to get on to the next step, which is covering them with fabric. But first, I want to make strips out of these fabrics that I have here. And like I said, these are bed sheets. So I want to make thickish strips. This way they'll cover a big portion of the tag, and then I can put another fabric right there. That's the idea that we're going to be doing right now. Let me cut off one more here. Okay, we're moving on to the next fabric. That's the same fabric. Toss that off to the side. And there's this pretty fabric here. Again, these are all bed sheets again. I gotta see that. Okay, that's nice. So normally I have these cut pretty thin, but I actually need thicker pieces. No, I haven't. I have not done that. I've done many things, but not that. Many things. Okay, so that's pretty. Trying to pick the spots, of course, on the fabric that I want to show on the tags. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so I don't want to get too crazy with it because, of course, we have other things to do here. I don't want to spend the whole time just doing this. Do have several tags to do, though. I'll just leave that like that, and then let's do another strip a little bit narrower. Should be a good part here. Okay, this one might be too thick. Okay, better. And let me get one more piece. Okay, let's move this fabric over now. So many strings, and then the fabric also releases like dust, which sucks. I like to take this edge off. Oops, I just cut it a different way. Okay, whatever. One moment. I'm full of threads right now. You know, that's my worst nightmare. Oh my god. Look at all this thread. It's killing me. Okay. So, again, we want to make thickish strips here. Couple more because I really like this fabric a lot. So I'll probably be using it. It goes with a lot of other fabrics. We'll call it a day with that many. Love that fabric very, very much. So pretty. Okay, here's another one of my favorites. Hey, Tina, what's up? What is up? What is up? Again, I'm just tearing off that edge. I don't like when it's stitched. You could use this for something, but I'm good. I have so much of this fabric. Isn't it beautiful? It's so pretty. Okay, so let's just keep cutting here. Need to get some strips. And I should have done this before. Sorry. Again, this is another one I really love to use. So I want to make a couple of strips. Different widths. Cool, Tina. Have a fun weekend. Let's see. Okay. So strips and strips and strips. Chicken strips. Okay, so let's see here. Hey, hey. Everybody's here. Okay. Put that away. We have some of this. Another fun fabric. Okay, there we go. Enough of that. And this is what turned out to be Betsy Johnson bedsheets. Yep. Yep. I love it. Get this edge off a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't care about the rest. So let me get some nice strips of this. Okay. 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 This is one of my favorite ones. And I'm definitely going to have to cover a whole book with it because it's fabulous. Just fabulous. I didn't even know Betsy Johnson made bedsheets. She probably shouldn't, though, because this is terrible quality fabric. Like, it's basically plastic. It's basically like a melted plastic bottle. But look at the design. But yeah, if you had this wrapped around your bed, I mean, it would just, and there was a fire, it would just blow up because it's plastic on plastic on plastic. Okay, so this fabric always messes up my camera, so I'm putting it the other way, but it's this purple fabric. For some reason, my camera doesn't like it, or I don't know if it's my camera, I don't know if it's YouTube, but whenever I show this fabric, the camera literally goes shh, like I don't know why. So it's this really pretty purple fabric. And some things have purple, so this would be good for those fabrics. So I'm just making a couple strips here. Okay. Now we can move on to the next. Okay, this is the last fabric I have. Last of the last. Let me get this bunch over here now. I love this bedsheet. This is the prettiest country shabby chic thing you've ever seen. I'm telling you. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for noticing. Thank you. And then this one, I like to make it almost like you gotta look kind of where you cut it. You want to cut it in pretty spots. This is definitely one of my favorites. Okay. There we go. So now we have our white strips. So now we get to play with the heat and bond and the iron and do the next step. So let me get everything out the way here, kind of. Let me blow my nose. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, let me get to my, I need to get my mat. This is my ironing mat right here. It's all messy. Okay, we need that. We need my iron. I just used a regular old iron. Regular old iron. Okay. So now the iron is on. First step before we get to the actual fabric is to iron the heat and bond. So this is Heat and Bond Light, and it is the purple version of the Heat and Bond Ultra Hold. So I'm still using the Ultra Hold. I actually bought a whole other roll of 5 yards. So the Heat and Bond Light we use when we plan on ironing through projects, which, I mean, not ironing, sewing, sorry. When we plan on sewing through projects, which that is exactly the plan here. We're sewing through the Heat and Bond. So that's why I'm using the purple one, Heat and Bond Light. And like I said, I just bought a whole other roll of 5 yards of the red, which is no sew. So I will use the no sew when I don't plan on sewing in the projects, and the Heat and Bond Light when I do. So basically, this is for my covers of my journals, unless I plan on sewing through them. Sometimes I do, but lately I haven't. So that's why I bought another Heat and Bond, so I can do this for the covers. The Heat and Bond Light is going to be for the spine, where I tend to sew lace onto the spine fabric. So that's what I'm going to use the red one for, and that's what I'm going to use the Heat and Bond Light, just so you guys know. I did sew through the red one, through the Heat and Bond Ultra Hold. I mean, it doesn't work perfectly, but you could do it. Sometimes it does work perfectly, which is why I was like, is it just my sewing machine? But it was actually the Heat and Bond. Because this actually allowed me to sew through this like butter. Like, I was never able to get this many perfect stitches ever before. Like I said, it did stitch through it. It just wasn't perfect stitching at all. Okay, so let's get our Heat and Bond on our tags. So we got 2 different sizes of tags we're doing. Okay. And this one can fit on here. Or I could fit a couple of these. That's what my predicament is sometimes. Fit a couple. It wouldn't cover the edges, but I will sew through the edges anyways, so that should be okay. Okay, let's do those 2 there. And I have quite a few tags to do, so this might be a longer process than yours might take. Maybe you just want to do 1 or 2 tags. Not like 12 like me, maybe. Let's see. So I roll out the Heat and Bond, and I'm laying out my tags where I'm going to put them down. And you can do various tags at once. Just like I'm doing right here. So you can plan this out. Kind of like ahead of time, kind of. Okay. So So now let me cut this. Give me 1 second. Get my iron kind of out my way so I don't burn myself again. Let's not even talk about it. Okay, so there we go. We got our heat and bond. I have a giant sheet of heat and bond out in front of me. I've never used this big of a piece, but here we go. It's a pretty big piece here of heat and bond. And we need to fix the tags here. Should be just fine. Okay, I gotta sneeze again. Oh my god. It's the worst. Terrible. My nose is so bad right now. I'm so sorry, everybody. I am so sorry. Okay. We'll do this one kind of not with glue. That's fine. Half with glue, half with not glue. That's fine. We'll just put fabric on the part that there is glue. Okay, so now what I need is pieces of parchment paper, which I didn't put on the bottom part, but I guess I'm putting over here. So let's do this. I want to make sure these don't move. Okay, so we're just basically melting the glue onto the book paper. You leave it on there for a minute and then you move it around. It does say to use like a low heat, but I don't find that it works with the low heat. I don't know, it's just me. Hey Christina, welcome. I am glad you're here. Thank you. So happy everybody's here. And I'm loving these bed sheets, you guys. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I could find this fabric if I wanted to. Well, I probably could, but it'd probably be $20 a yard at Joann's. Oh my gosh. Joann's is crazy with those fabric prices, you guys. Jeez. Okay, you too, Christy. All right. I'm glad it's not just me then, because I feel like it says to put on the low heat. I did the first couple times, and it didn't glue anything down. I'm like, like when I used the high heat, this was not a problem at all. But now, all of a sudden, it's a problem. So I know this is going to take a while because there's a lot of tags here. A lot of tags here. But that's okay. What is that? Weird. I'm glad I'm not the only one that had to use higher heat. Okay, let me get some water. So like I said, you guys know I normally go live at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But sometimes I do go live during the day. And when I do go live during the day, I post it on my Facebook group, the Junk Journal Cool Kids Facebook group. So if you haven't joined that, do make sure to join. We all like to post our inspirations and our projects that we're working on. As long as they have to do with junk journaling, you're more than welcome to join and participate in the fun. Like I said, I do announce on there when I'm going to cancel live. I announce on there when I'm going to go live during the day, so you can join and be informed. Sometimes I go live during the day, not very often, but sometimes I have a lot of work to do, and I'm like, I gotta go live. Okay, Christina, no problem. Okay, so these should almost be all done. I've been really patient. I've been patient here. And you don't want to move it around, because when I did that, I find that the tag actually moves around the glue because the glue is hot and like pliable. So your tags and your items will move around with it. I didn't figure that out earlier. It took me quite a while to be like, oh, okay. Guess I can't move it. It happens. It happens, guys. Okay. So now it should be good. I'm going to say it should be good. But of course, I don't know that. Oh, I found my parchment paper. Yay. Pull out another sheet. To cover this side. All right. Make sure this is where it's supposed to be. Because it's really not. Right there. And this is supposed to be in. I'm going to do it kind of halfway. Now, I put the parchment paper down because I have the glue side of the ultra hole of the heat and bond actually facing up. So it's actually glued right now to the parchment paper right here. It's all glued onto the parchment paper. And, ooh, small metallic paper clips. Nice. So when this is cooled down, the heat and bond, the glue part of it, stays on the actual heat and bond part, and it doesn't stick to your parchment paper, but you have to wait until it cools down. Sometimes I'm a little impatient and you could just rub the glue right off, so it's not the biggest deal. But also I'm protecting my iron from the glue. That's another thing I'm doing with parchment paper. Normally I'd even have a piece of parchment paper underneath it, but it's not really necessary if I have the glue facing up. Nothing is going to glue down to my mat. At least it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. Again, I kind of leave it on there for like 30 seconds and then I move it. So that way it doesn't get so hot. Hey, Laura. Huh, thank you. I'm glad it has helped you. Okay, make sure everything's good. That looks good to me. So this part here is still hot. I'm going to be impatient. I pull it off. And you can feel when there's glue left on your parchment paper. And you want to rub that glue off because you don't want to get this on your next project. Just rub it off with your fingers. So like I said, you can feel it on the paper. Let's move that off to the side. Let's reveal this one. Just like this right here. The glue is stuck to the parchment paper, but it will come right off. Just right off. Clean. Pretty clean. Okay. Right there. You can even shine it up to the light and the glue should be shiny, so you should be able to tell where it is. Okay. This will have glue all over because I didn't wait at all. Again, when you let it cool down completely, you can even like move it around to let it cool down. The glue will stick back to the heat and bond, but when you take it off when it's hot, it'll stick to the parchment paper. Because science. Okay, so here we go. This is our tags on the heat and bond now. So you can cut them all out, which is what I tend to do. That way you also cut off the glue. That's because if I was going to take this off right now, there would be glue all the way around it also. Yep, there is. So I kind of do two things at once when I trim it down like this. Get the glue off the edges. Okay, and then here, and then here. It's not a very hard shape to cut out, so it's not the hardest. But, yeah. I've never worked with a big old piece like this. That's kind of funny to me. It's such a big old piece. I usually just do like 2 tags at a time or something like that. Use my scraps. There we go. It's off here. Hey, Patricia, welcome back. Welcome, welcome. So I'm just kind of rough cutting them, and I'll cut them good in the next step. I'm too impatient right now. Okay, so I have all these tags. I gotta do 2 more, actually. I have these 2 I gotta do. So maybe I could do these partially covered by fabric. No, let's do them all covered. Okay, just like that. Again, I like to put the parchment paper underneath just in case. Doesn't really happen, but just in case. Yes, Heat and Bond Light today is what we're using. Heat and Bond Light. Gotta blow my nose again. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Now remove it. Oops. You can burn it, actually. It's kind of funny. You can make it, it'll turn yellow, like brown. It happens. As you can see, my paper is kind of yellow. So, it happens. And I have my iron on the highest setting. Hey, Jenna Makes Treasures. Thank you. I'm happy you're here right now. It's so awesome. All the way from the UK. Very, very cool. Let me move. I'm going to move it off camera, and I'm kind of moving it up and down so it gets colder because I'm impatient as heck. Yeah, so we're using Heat and Bond Light today, which is the purple one, because we plan on sewing through our projects. I came to learn recently that the Heat and Bond Light is you're able to sew through it, and the Heat and Bond Ultra Hold, you're actually not supposed to sew through it. So, newsflash, right? Yeah. It's okay. I'll still use the other one. It'll still work for other projects, but yeah. We are using the light today. If you guys want to see which one we're using, I do have a link to my Amazon affiliate for it, so you guys can check it out. It's cheaper at Walmart, but if you guys have Amazon nearby, or if you guys can't get it, or if you guys want to know what I'm talking about, there's a link to the Amazon listing for it. Like I said, I buy mine at Walmart. It's like $2 cheaper, which is basically what you're paying for in shipping. Okay, that looks good. Again, now we're trimming the heat and bond. And again, this is, I believe, 3 pieces of paper on the small tags. And then the bigger tags that are this size, it's 2 pages. So that is the main difference. Now I'm missing some heat and bond up here and some heat and bond down here. But that's okay because I'm going to actually stitch around the edge. So that'll be adhered down in one way or another. So let's get these cut down, which is the most exciting part of the video. It's okay, we're going to get to the fun part right after this. And let's do this. Okay, that's done. Some embellishments, no heat and bond though. I just did a bunch of embellishment videos with no heat and bond. This is just the tags and the envelopes I like to make out of fabric. Because I have so much fabric right now, which I was not saying about a month ago. So that's the difference. Oh my god, yeah, I hope so too, Patricia. That was ridiculous. I mean, come on, people. But I'm glad you were there to help. So glad. Hey, Rick. Come get your sweater after my live, though. Come get your sweater, you weirdo. You didn't want to come get it yesterday. And then Santos didn't say nothing. Didn't text me or nothing about coming over. Oh my god. Don't start with that, Aaron. Oh my. Oh my god. Are we going to start that again, you guys? Oh my gosh. Okay, April. Sounds good to me. I'll be there in the morning, though. It's my plan. But my plans never go as planned, so. That's my plan, to be there in the morning. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I'm not much of a morning person. Oh, my gosh. The lumberjack. And we were having, like, this debate about, like, what's better, like, lumberjacks. It was lumberjacks, cowboys, or vampires, like. And I changed my mind. I think I would marry the vampire because I kind of do like goth boys. I'm not going to lie. I like them little goth boys. Oh my gosh, it's too much. It's too much, you guys. It's too much. I feel like maybe the cowboy is a little preppy. I don't know. I don't know, Rick. You see my husband? He's not exactly preppy. He's not wearing black lipstick and nail polish, but he's not hippie. Hey, Aaron, don't threaten me with a good time, okay? Don't threaten me with a good time, Aaron. Oh my gosh, you guys. At least they're not burning books. No, nobody's burning books. Okay, so I'm getting all this heat and bond off here. Okay, we're all set for the next step now that they're all trimmed up. Okay. Get all this extra heat and bond because you want to get all this off your table because this is glue, basically. It's all little pieces of glue, so you do not want that on your table. Okay. So we're good here to move on to the next step, which is going to be putting on the fabric. So you peel the back off, and now you see that your book page is shiny, and that's the glue, and the other page is regular. So that's the adhesive side. So that's the part we're going to put the fabric face down on. So I'm going to go ahead and just use this fabric right here. And we're going to cover the hole up, but that's okay. We'll poke through it or whatever it's called later on. So now I need my fabrics here so I can pick from. So let me get them closer to me. I think I'm going to do this one and then this one here. And you kind of want them to overlap just a tiny bit. And make sure that the right side of the fabric is facing the right side. There we go. And now we get our other piece of parchment and we're going to glue that down. The plot is in the glue. Whoa. Oh, my back. My back. Okay, so let's get these tags on here. Hi, Sandra. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So now, yep, it should be here, but we're going to move on to the next one because we got to let it cool down a little bit. So I'm going to move on to the next tag. And we got this little fabric selections here. And we can do, we can do this pretty floral with the blue on it. And then we'll do, is this purple too much? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, no, I think it would look nice with it. So we'll do this blue with this purple here. That'll be an interesting mix. Now I'm letting this cool down. Now it's a little bit not so hot, so we can take off the fabric from it. Right there. So I'm doing like 10 things at once. You got to be able to multitask if you're going to make junk journals. You know, you got to be able to. You have to. So we got more scraps. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's that tag right there. This looks beautiful. I like the combo of these two fabrics. Very nice. Yeah, there's a couple of them I have to scan actually. This one's already nice and cooled down a little bit. It's almost like pizza. Like, you know when pizza's so hot, but you still bite into it? That's kind of like these tags right now. Like, they're so hot, but I don't want to not work on them. But it's also burning my fingers. It's just like that. Okay. So there's this combo, which actually looks really nice. Now you want to overlap them. So they're overlapped. So this part right here doesn't have any glue, so it has nowhere to go. But we're going to sew through that. So that's quite all right. Loving it, right? Ooh, this one looks even nicer on camera because it actually looks a little bit blue, but it's purple. Or periwinkle or whatever we call it. It looks just great. I think I missed one of these cards. I missed one of the darn tags. Okay, so let's do the next one. Okay, we got this one. Okay, we could probably do 2 of them. I'm going to go crazy and do 2 of them. Oh my gosh, so nuts. So, okay, we have this fabric right here, which is beautiful, but I think it's too thick, that one, I think. I do a thinner one. I did all kinds of sizes on this one. Okay, so we'll have this strip right here. Then this one needs to be wider. Oh, no, guess I could have used it wider. You think you know. Okay. There we go, right there. And then on this side, we will put this right here. Ooh, like this, because that would be beautiful. Yep, that's gonna look pretty. Just like that. I love it already. Okay, so now on this one, let's do, oh, we could do the Betsy Johnson sheet. Stretch this out. Right here. And we'll do, what are we going to do on this side? Oh, I do have these blue dots. Is this enough? Ooh, it's not. Okay. I need it to be thicker. I guess it'll have to be this one. This one and this one look pretty interesting together. Okay. So, get our piece of parchment paper over here. And actually, let's put these tags a little bit more together. Closer together, I mean. So I can put the iron across both of them. There we go. I try, you guys. I try. Try and be a little bit more efficient while I'm on camera. Hey, Michelle. Welcome. It's Friday for you, Amelia. Still Thursday here. Still Thursday for me. I was like, oh my God, is it Friday? Because I'm like, oh no, I should have taken the car. I have things to do on Friday, but yeah, you made me double check, Amelia. You really did. I'm like, oh no, is it really Friday? I thought it was Thursday. Made me panic. And I just realized I missed Taco Wednesday. Gosh darn it. I didn't go get my tacos for Taco Wednesday. It's so sad. Okay, so here we go. So I need to let this cool down a little bit. So I'm moving it up and down. Sorry, I don't mean to make anybody sick. Taco Wednesday at my taco shop. Maybe Taco Tuesday's trademarked. I don't know. But yeah, here it's Taco Wednesday. And it started as 99-cent tacos, right? Now they're $1.25 tacos. Like inflation. You know, they were they were 99 cents back when Obama was president. I'm just kidding. Thanks, Trump. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to get political. Okay. Let me get all this out the way here. I was just joking, you guys. I'm not trying to get political at all. Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining me and for being here with me today. With all these silly girls over here talking about vampires and tacos and cowboys. It's a lot of topics. It's a lot going on here. It's a lot going on. It's very, we're having very in-depth conversations. Here, get all these little hairs. You could leave all these little hairs off to the side. It's not a bad look. I just prefer not to, but you could if you wanted to. So I have been watching like an average of about 1 season of Downton Abbey per day. And I don't know if that's healthy. I don't know if that's healthy. It's only because I'm going to be gone this weekend that I won't finish it this whole week. I almost finished 6 seasons of Downton Abbey in 1 week. And that's makes me kind of sad. I don't know. I'm not proud of it. What do you guys think about these tags? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Let me know. I don't know. What do you guys think? They're a little crazy. But so far, I really like these tags. I think they look really pretty. Yay! All right, thumbs all the way up. Everybody's saying thumbs up. Yay. They are beautiful. So let's keep mixing and matching these tags up here. So let's see what we got. You could also save this paper, the heat and bond, if you have a big old sheet of it. I use it to like put glue stuff, like if I have to glue something on here and I use it as a backing, you could just throw it away. Or you could also clean this off with a baby wipe, and then you have a craft surface that you can keep reusing. I find that helpful. Sometimes, like I said, I have to glue stuff and it's like over here on the edge, so I like to put something behind it to put the glue on, and that heat and bond paper is absolutely perfect for that kind of project. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Got this purple over here. I'm going to put that purple fabric. I'm definitely going to scan them for you guys. I have a couple of them to scan already that I did last time. So I will scan these as well. Why not? Just give me a moment. I'll probably have them scanned up by next weekend, because I usually show those off on the weekends. I have a lot of stuff to show off next weekend since I'm not going to be here this weekend. Oh my gosh. Let's do this here. And let's see, what bed sheet have I not used? I don't think I've used this one. Yeah, I don't think I've used this one at all. This one drops so much thread though. It's so frustrating. Let's see. It's not much of a contrast there, though. I want there to be somewhat of a contrast between the fabrics. Okay, we'll do this. This looks pretty good with this one. Okay. Yep, these bed sheets are beautiful, you guys. I'm so happy I noticed them. And I'm like, gosh darn it, this is fabric right here. Like, I know they're bed sheets, but they're also fabric. Okay, perfect. Now, let's get our, oops, just blew that one away. Let's put them closer together. And this one is actually fabric. This wasn't a bed sheet, this purple one. Sometimes at their shops just have fabric. And that's what that one was. It was fabric. I will, Christy. I will definitely scan them, Christy. Let me get some water here. After I sew on them, I can scan them. I'm just wondering what color thread I should use. I have hot pink loaded right now, which I think would go good with some of them. But some of them might look better in blue. Like this one might look better in blue than pink. These one would look good in pink. This one would look good in pink also. But there's some that might look better in blue. So I'm trying to figure that out too. Yes, Sandra, I'm using bed sheets except for this one. This one was fabric. But the rest of them were bed sheets. Right? Okay. So that should be good. And you can tell it's glued because the type will be transparent on the paper. And again, they're really hot, so let's wait to handle them. Let's get a move on the next ones. There we go. And let's see. Okay, this piece here would look pretty with this fabric. But I wonder, no, it'll look nice like that. This right here. Let me cut them to size, kind of. Okay. Adding to my scrap pile. I have a huge scrap pile now. Okay, so that'll be for those two. Now, so I have my piece of parchment paper was covering the computer screen. I just noticed. Okay, let's see. We have this green one. Let's see if this goes with anything. All these extra hairs on here drive me crazy. Just crazy. Okay, use this here. Okay, we'll have to use this one again because it goes pretty well with this also. Okay. So this, I feel like I'm hearing noises outside. Okay, so this will go here, just like that. And we'll get it close to this one. This one will go right here. And this one right here. Okay. There we go. So let's get these together. What is your TM? What does that mean? I have 5 more tags to do, so that's not so bad. No, 4 more because this one doesn't have glue on it. Well, we do have this piece right here. We could add glue to it. I have 4 more to do before I get to sewing. So we're just going to sew them probably down the middle and then around the edge. And then we got to put eyelets and all that shiz. We got to do that. Tuesday morning. I went there the other day. They had some stuff, but I thought they'd have better stuff. I don't know. I was almost tempted to buy this one cutting board by We Are Memory Keepers. It was kind of like this. It looked exactly like the cutter I have now. This one right here. It looked just like this one, but they had this like knob up here, like the circle, and like you dial it and it like cuts different edges. So one was like this little scalloped edge. One was like, oh, it's like cut or something like that, perforated edge. It was so big. Like, a cutter is already pretty big size, and then to have a whole circle on top of it, I don't know. I don't know about that. We Are Memory Keepers. I don't know. I don't know if I can get behind that. Perfect. So there's that tag. You have that one, Erin? Does it work good for you? I was thinking about it. It was only like $10, I think, but I was like, I don't know. It's so big. That was a real turn off. That, like, I don't know how I'd use it because I usually have my sewing machine right here. It couldn't fit in front of my sewing machine. That's a little crazy. I'm sure the results are like wonderful, but I just don't know how I'd be able to work with it. Get all the little fuzzies off here. Right there. Okay, so here's the other tag I made. Tags and tags and tags and tags, you guys. Tags, tags, tags everywhere. Yes, like it does a perforated edge, a little scalloped edge. The scallop is really little. It's cute. It's real cute. Then it does like a jagged edge, almost like a torn look. And then We Are Memory Keepers, they also had this like, these like metal, I think they were metal or were they plastic? I can't remember. They had these like rulers, kind of like the edges for you to like tear paper off from. Like hold it against this metal or this ruler and then like tear it off. and they had different edges too. I just don't think I need that. I just kind of like, I'm okay with what I do. But I mean, it could be interesting. It could be interesting to have different textures like that. I did think about it, but again, it's just so big. Like, I'd have to really move my desk all the way around to make it work. And it just sounds like too much work. Okay. So there's that tag, that tag. Okay, so they're all cut out. Okay, good. So now, like I said, we have 4 more tags to get together like this, and then we can start sewing. But so far, I really, really love these tags. They are so much fun so far. So far, we've made, how many is this? 3, 5, 8. We need to make 4 more. This one only has glue on one side of it. So we'll only put fabric on this side. So we'll just put 1 piece of fabric on it. And it should look fabulous. Now let's do this Betsy Johnson sheet on it. Okay. Let me iron this piece though, because it's a little, oops. It's a little messy. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that will go there. And then have this whole piece here. One day I did ask a worker, can you just set some base on brushes? No, it's not how it works. Okay, let's see. Which one have we not used? Maybe we haven't used enough of this one. Do this one. And then it would look pretty with the purple because it has purple there too. Ooh, let's do the purple. Okay. We're doing it. Right there. Let's get this together right here. Where's my piece of parchment? Oh, I'm on top of it. Okay. Make sure. Yeah, looks good. Okay. So you can scan this flowered item and sell it, but not the flowered paper ones. Oh, I wouldn't sell this. I would not sell this because I didn't design those papers, so I wouldn't feel right selling it. Or I didn't design these, so I would not feel right selling these. I would just give them out for free. Yeah. But which flowered paper ones do you mean? Do you mean like these ones? Or what do you mean? Which paper flowered ones? Trying to understand what you mean, Sandra. Okay, so let's move these out the way so they cool down. Let's move on to the next 2. It's going to burn me if it gets too close. This one might have only been 2 pages, actually, which is not good. Should have been 3. That is no good. This tag's going to be too bendy. I suppose life goes on. I suppose. Do this strip here. Oh, this purple fabric is getting a lot of use today because it would look pretty over here too. Except I don't think it's white enough. Let me see if this is white enough. Oh my God, I like that song way too much. Nope, that's not going to look good, actually. Actually, no. See if I can cut this. Ooh, that would look pretty with this. Hi, Barbara Joan. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for watching my vids and hanging out. Appreciate it very, very much. Did I don't remember if I said I was going to do anything with this one yet. I don't know. I can't remember what it said. Oh my God, there's so many strings. Why? Look at this. I can't live. I can't live like this, you guys. Can't imagine the factories that make fabric. They must be so dusty. So dusty. Oh, you know what? I didn't get any of my pink fabric. That's weird. That's why we're using so much purple, because I didn't cut any of my pink fabric, because my pink fabric is somewhere else. I'm looking at it right now. Because right now I'm like, I could use my pink fabric, but it's over there just chilling. Just relaxing on its own, doing its own thing. Okay, let's do these two. That would look fine. That would look fine. Okay, let's cut these out now. There's this one TV show called Arrested Development, and I'm really into it. And that's why I'm always singing that song. In this show, they always, this one character always plays this song, it's kind of his theme song. I can't remember what it's called. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. It's the final countdown. And I'll always sing it. I know it's some like oldies song, but I can't remember what it's called. And I always burst out laughing whenever I hear it on the radio. It's the final. Okay, I'll stop. Sorry. Oh, awesome ASMR Fairy. I hope you enjoy the whole process as well. They look even better when they're stitched on. Trust me. It's about to get to the next level. Oops, I left it on there too long. That I know. I left it on there way too long. It happens with me. It happens, especially when I'm multitasking. Happens way too much. Get the ones I have to sew. Okay, here they are. We're almost done because these are the last two. I can put my strips away. I should be making more than 20, but hey, I'm only going to make 20. It's the final countdown. I can't. It's like the best song ever. I'm going to make that my theme song, you guys. I know people are dropping out like flies now because I'm singing. Hopefully, Sandra, I'm sorry. Let's get some of this in here and over here. It's the final countdown. I can't. Oh, it's by a band called Europe. All right. I'm gonna hire them to follow me around and play that song. What's wrong, boo-boo? Why are you crying, boy? You a sad little fella, boo-boo? You a sad little fella? Oh, that's so sad, boo-boo. Sorry, you guys. I talked to my cat. I'm sure you guys do too. Maybe. I think. I don't know. I hope. My little boy. He wants to play, but he don't bring me his toy. Go get your toy, boo-boo. Go get your toy. I don't have your toy. No, you have to go get your toy. If you bring me your toy, I'll play with you. Go get your toy, boo-boo. He knows what I mean. I know he knows what I mean. I'm not psycho. Okay, so now let's get this iron out the way because I gotta sew. So one moment. Okay, let me get this iron out the way. I do not want to burn myself. No, go get your toy, boo-boo. I don't have it. Why you do this all the time, huh? Why you do this all the time, though? Go get your toy. Look, it's nowhere. No, go get your toy. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it again. Yeah, he brings his toy and then I throw it, and then he brings it back and then I throw it. That's his game all day, all night. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is. Doesn't matter what time of the night it is. This boy wants to play fetch. He's such a little weirdo. I know. Yeah, he fetches. Yep. I discovered this. When he was little, he would run around the house because my last cat, I've only had one cat before him, and she never did that. So he would run around the house crying with his toy in his mouth and just crying and crying and crying. I was like, what is going on? Like, is he hurt? Why is he doing this? So like I literally Googled it. Like, why is my cat running around with this toy in his mouth crying? Like, apparently that's something people Google. Apparently other people have wondered as well. And that's when I found out that that meant that he wanted to play fetch with his toy. I have never met a cat like that, but that is what they said, that it meant he wanted to play fetch. Which, how crazy is that? Okay, so we have our thread. And I just haven't, I disconnected my sewing machine yesterday. So then I got to connect it again. Okay, now we're on. Now we're rolling. Let me get the camera a little lower, just a bit. Hi, Jane. Welcome. Okay, so I got pink, hot pink thread in there for as long as I have it, because I don't think I have another bobbin. Gosh darn it, I just realized. Okay, I'll have to do another bobbin soon. Okay, so I am going to just do zigzag stitches. Honestly, I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just doing zigzag stitch. Everything else kind of gives me bad luck. So just zigzag stitch and we'll be done. Other things, not that it's a problem with other stitches, but other stitches tend to like break the paper because it's book paper and it's not so thick, you know. So that's why I just kind of tend to stick with my zigzag stitch a little bit. Oh, and I didn't show off my sewing machine. The sewing machine I use is the Brothers Project Runway Limited Edition CE1125 PRW. That's my babies. It's my little darling. It's what I use. I'm just going to go around the edge here with my stitch. Actually, hang on. Why is this crooked? Okay, I see why. Never mind. Not a big deal. Go over here. I don't like my edges to fray. I don't like my edges to fray. That's why I sew around the edge of the whole thing. Just like that. So here's this tag right here. Looks really pretty with the hot pink thread, I think. Makes it stand out. And I like it. Get this thread off here. Here we go. And then we have the hole on the back, so I know what the middle is, and we're going to put the little eyelets on there and everything. Oh my gosh, your sewing machine doesn't work. Not cool. That's the worst. So I think this would look good with that also. Yeah, it looks pretty good. This tag looks pretty with the book page exposed and half of the fabric. Yeah, I don't like frayed edges myself, so if you're into it, you could totally do it. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Yeah, sewing through the last heat and bond, the red one, it was really hard and it would skip stitches all the time. And I'm like, why is that skipping stitches? But it's because I was using the wrong heat and bond last time. This one looks so pretty. I love this one too. This one's also one of my faves. This could use another thread. This will look good in pink. Just like that. It looks so pretty. I knew it would come alive with the stitching. It always does come alive with the stitching. And I have done fancy stitches, but like I said, it like breaks the paper out. Paper might be too thin for that many puncture holes, even though it's still pretty thick, but it might be too thin for that many puncture holes. So better play it safe and use a zigzag. I could also use a straight stitch. Let me do a couple with the straight stitch actually. Just to get a little bit of diversity, just a little bit. Okay, that does look interesting now. I forgot I gotta go slow when I do this. If only because sometimes I don't know where the edge is and I have to kind of guess. And then it's wrong, so I have to move it over just a little bit. Try and keep a little border on it. One down here. Just one is too much. Then we finish it off. here's that one with the straight stitch. It looks pretty cute. I like it. I could do a couple with straight stitch. Now that I'm better about sewing around the edge, like a little bit more evenly, look at that. Like that. And that just came from stitching a lot, from sewing a lot of things. I was able to kind of get better at it. I was not good at it like an hour or like a year ago, but now I am. Yeah, you know, you do not want to have a sewing machine in a hospital bed. That would not work. That would not work. Maybe you can do like a, you know, the faux stitching with like a little marker and just do little tags. A lot of people do that. They just do a lot of little ticks. So let's see, these would look better with blue stitching. This would not look good with hot pink stitch. Need something else. This too. This could look cute with hot pink and this one too. Okay, so let's do these two in a hot pink before I switch over to a different thread. And I think I will stick to the straight stitch for these ones. But I think I want to make 2 lines going down the middle instead of this. Yeah, let's do 2 lines. That looks good. That looks really good with the hot pink. And let's do the edge now. And then over here. There we go. What, boo-boo? You don't bring me your toy. Why are you crying? No, go get your toy. I don't have it. Go get your toy, boo-boo. That looks good with the hot pink. You can see it. You can kind of see it on there. With the purple, that looks good. Let's do the last one with the straight stitch that we're doing. This color thread, I should say, because I'm going to switch it over. I might switch it to a purple thread because I think that's the one thing all these other tags have in common. Maybe. Maybe, Sandra, maybe. It's possible I could see that. I posted a picture on Instagram on my stories today of when he was 4 months old. He was so little. He was so tiny. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, TsunamiRose Designs. Follow your girl. Here we go. There we go. Might have gone one too far. Okay, let's do it over here. There we go. Hey, Nebel. It's been a while. Good to see your name. Okay, so here's this one. Looks awesome, if I may say so myself. Okay, so let's move on. I have these other ones. And actually, this one I could do in hot pink. I think it should be fine. Because this one doesn't need purple. It doesn't have a lot of purple. So I think it should be fine with this. Okay, on over here now. The only thing that I don't like about straight stitch is you can tell every little stitch that you didn't do right. Every little stitch that's not straight, oh, that's going to show. So it is a little nerve-wracking, but it doesn't have to be if you don't take it as serious as me. Okay, so here's this thread right here. So yeah, that looks okay in hot pink. It's okay. So we got these tags done so far. We did these in hot pink. I'm going to have to get some purple thread out because the other ones would look better in purple. But so far, these look great. I did zigzag stitch on these ones, and then on some I did straight stitch. So that is a nice little collection there. Let me get some purple thread. This one, it should have been this one, yes. I do have purple thread. Yeah, because that one won't look good in blue, and that's the only one that would need blue. Everything else could look good in purple. Well, that one would look good in blue. I'm trying to figure out what I should do. If I should use blue, if I should use purple, because these could look better in purple. And some of them might look better in blue. Okay, we'll do a couple in blue then, because I do have blue thread ready. So let me get this thread hooked up here. One moment. But so far, I am liking these tags so far. Okay. Oh, I'm putting the pink back on. I love it. Why did I just do that? Oh, I said I was going to use white on these too. They could look good in white also. But let's go a little crazy and let's use this purple thread. I normally don't ever use purple thread. But, you know, there's a first thing for everything, right? First time for everything. Okay. Bobbin, I still need to change the bobbin out. Second. Gotta be all colorful, huh? We're trying it. We're trying it today. Okay, so we're gonna do them in, I'm gonna do straight stitch. I kind of like straight stitch. It looks cute. Let's do that. Keeping it on straight stitch. That purple looks good. That purple looks really good with this. Ooh, I love it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it. But gosh darn it, it looks good. It's looking good. What, boo-boo? Go get your toy. Stop crying at me. Go get your toy. And then over here. There definitely is a learning curve to this foot. And even sometimes I'm like, whoa, I didn't mean to go that fast. Sometimes that does happen to me. It happened to me the other day, actually, because one of the flowers I was putting down, like, slipped because I went too fast at the beginning. Oh my gosh. So that looks pretty in purple. I'm loving it. Beautiful color too. Very like royal purple. Stands out nicely, but blends in at the same time. I love it. Let's move on to the next one. I like the look of 2 lines, maybe even 3. It was actually on the wrong side too, but actually let me do another one then. I might do one more after this one too. Let me do one more. This might look good with it. Okay, that looks good with 4 somehow. Somehow it still looks good. Okay, so now let's go around the edge here. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm lame. You could. Could definitely be an extra step if you want to take it, but I'm good. I'll have other journal cards for you, just not the tag. There we go. This one over. Just like that. Perfect. Looks so pretty. I love it with the 4 lines. I'm loving it. That looks pretty too. Add that to the stash. One last one with purple. And then I think we're going to switch over to blue. Just rather fast. Now we go around the edge. Yep, that looks good with purple. Yes. One more. Went over too much. Just a little bit too much. Right here. Okay, here we go. Here's this one, the last one in purple. That looks so pretty with the purple, actually. I didn't think it was, but it only has purple down here, but it looks really pretty in purple, though. I am liking that so much. They look really nice off here to the side. Now, let me get some blue thread. Let me get some blue thread. 1 second. Let me fix this up here. The blue thread. This one back in the pile. Get the blue thread out. Now, this is a really light blue thread. Baby blue almost. Definitely baby blue. So you might not see it as much, but maybe because the background's a little different. There may be a little bit of contrast. Let me go get the thread. One second. I guess I hadn't opened this one. Come on. Okay. 1 second, I just gotta put this in. This, apparently your needle should be up when you thread it. I don't know, I didn't know that made a difference, but apparently it does. So just FYI, it makes a difference. I don't know what difference, I can't remember. They just said that like something, if like you are having problems sewing, then it's more than likely because you threaded it wrong. I was just like looking up like troubleshooting tips almost for sewing machines, and that was one of the tips they said was make sure that when you thread your machine, the needle is up when you thread it. I had no idea that mattered. And this one had a lot of fabrics on it. It's like 6 strips on here. Oh my gosh. Okay. And over here. Okay, here we go. I like to hang all these threads out, that way I can cut them all at the same time. I'm using the wrong scissors, of course, for this, but it helps somewhat. Okay, so now let's do around the edge. Now that I have a lot of threads, I feel like a lot of different colored threads, I feel like I need to buy more bobbins so I can always be prepared. So every colored thread that I have will already have like a bobbin set up. I don't know. It's just my crazy ideas. And mostly because I go live. If I didn't go live, it probably wouldn't matter. Bye, April. Okay. Thank you for explaining that, Betty. I didn't know that. So on this one, you can barely tell, but it does have the blue thread on it. You can just about make it out. We're almost done here. This fabric's on top. It looks so pretty. That looks great. So of course now after this, the next step is going to be adding the eyelets, setting them. So after that, we'll be done. I will have to use the bathroom in a second. I will get that last part did. Oh no, there's 20 of them. I might have to wait on that actually. It's actually a lot of them. Never mind. I'll hurt my hand if I do that many. So I'll do it on a couple of them. How about that? Like that. Oops, I went one too far. Whoops. Right here. Okay, that looks good right there. Again, you can barely see the thread, but I like it. It looks really nice and soft and shabby chic with the blue. I'm feeling it. So let's do this last one. Oop, my needle came out. 1 second. I should say my thread came out. 1 second. It happens, I suppose. Okay. Okay, here we go. Down the middle of that. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's do the edge. Again, I do the edge because I don't glue all of the book page. I just kind of glue where the text is. So that's why I kind of do this part. So that it doesn't separate from the papers behind it, because it might. This secures it. That looks good right there. Right here. And then I'm going to do this line here. Christina, you're back. You're back. We're done sewing, but we're going to do the next step, which is adding the eyelets. Okay, so you guys have to give me one moment. I do have to go to the little girl's room, and I'll be right back. So 1 second, you guys. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Richard came by, and I'm like, I'm still alive. And he's like, I came for my sweater. I'm like, I don't even know where it is. I'm like, come back. Come back in a little bit. I don't know. Okay, so now let's do the grommet parts. I gotta do this part right here. It's a little harder, but we're gonna get it done on a couple of them, so that way you guys can see what the next step is before I finish. Let me get my machine and my eyelets. Here they are. Here this is. Okay. So for my eyelets, I use the We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile 2. And then I have eyelets that I got. I got these at the thrift shop, but you can just go on Amazon or eBay and type in 3/16 eyelets. These are all 3/16 except for these ones that are 1/8. They're the really tiny ones. So the 1/8 is actually the size that the tab that that this makes it. This hole is this size, which is 1/8. But I like to use the 3/16. So what I do is I'll go over the tag. And I'm going to use the same tag here because this other one doesn't have a hole. So you can see the hole. So what I'm going to do is go over this little hole with my crocodile and make it a bigger hole. So you dial it back to the 3/16. And then I look underneath. You can see what you're doing underneath here. And then I try and eyeball this to be kind of in the middle. Oh, that doesn't work, does it? Nope, so we'll do it this way. We just kind of have to eyeball it so it's in the middle of that. And we can punch right through. And it'll punch right through fabric and everything. There we go. So it punches through the fabric, it punches through the paper, and it's good. So that's what I'm going to do for most of these right now. Let me just get it here. And like I said, yesterday's, I didn't punch the hole through the ones for yesterday. Ow, that hurts my hands. But I should have. But I didn't, but I should have. So that's why I'm having to do this extra step now. Because this one doesn't have a hole. These other ones do. So let's just even it out here. And give them all a hole. Okay. Here, wait. There we go. Right there. Rick's like, I didn't think your live would be going on this long. I'm like, yeah. Join the club. I'm just kidding. I knew I was going to be here for 2 hours today. I knew that. So one moment, I got to blow my nose again. Oh my God, my nose. At least I'm able to mute that for you guys. That's a good thing. Okay, so let's get a hole on this one. Okay, that's good. So we're getting the holes done on all of these. So we can put the eyelets through them. Love. You can actually use this to put holes in your leather belt if you need more holes in your leather belt. So that's good. At one point, my hubby was losing a lot of weight, and we were able to save money by using this to notch his belt. Again, that's also why I put the hole in it earlier, even though it wasn't really going to show. But it tells me where the middle is, so that's very important. Right there, just like that. Okay. Now this one. Of course, you could just leave it like this with just the fabric hole through it like that. You don't have to use an eyelet, but I just like to myself. I think it adds a little bit more. It just shows more work, you know? It makes the journal more valuable if you do things like this kind of. I'm going to make it. There's been a lot of questions on how do you price your journals and how do you sell your journals and why does this journal sell for more than that journal. So I was also thinking about doing like a series answering that kind of question, like how you can kind of make your journals worth a little bit more, maybe. Maybe some tips like that would be good. Okay, so now to set the grommet, or not the grommet, to set the eyelet, I'm going to use this little part here in the front. And I already have it set to the one that's for this one. So you put it down here and you just press down. Just like that, and it'll split the back of it for you, and then you have your eyelet set. So that does that one. It's very easy. It's not hard at all. But with my little hand, and I have all sorts of colors of these eyelets actually. So I can alternate. I got pink, I've got purple, I got blue, I got all sorts of colors. And like I said, I've seen these on Amazon for pretty low. You can get probably something similar to this for like 10 bucks. So they're not expensive at all. There's the pink one I just did on pink one on that one. And let's do a red one on this one because that would just look pretty with red. Yeah. Let's do something a little different with the red. No, it's actually not that hard on your hands. So there's that one we just did. And, ooh, let's put a gold one on this one because why not? Why not? Again, the size of these eyelets is 3/16 of an inch. It's working perfectly on all of them. And let's put a gold one on this one as well because that would look pretty. It's been raining. Oh, it's not. It's a nice day today. It was raining yesterday evening, but it is a nice day today. It's about 70 degrees here today. It was about 80 degrees yesterday, almost 80 degrees. That was a shocker. Okay, so now on this one, we could do some blue. I also have green, but let's do the blue one on this one. Just kind of stand it out from the background a little bit. And again, I found all of these eyelets at the thrift shop, but you can find a very comparable set on eBay and Amazon, so make sure you check that out. Let's get gold on this one because it might look pretty. A little bit of a contrast. Very nice. We're actually getting these done rather fast. I didn't think I'd get them done this fast. Now, I don't have purple, but I do have white, so it would look pretty with white, I think. Yeah, it stand out. See, I kind of got to stand up to do this a little bit. And you do have to press down. That works for that one. This one would do white also. But that white tag would look pretty. Yep, that looks nice. This one, I'm going to do gold on this one just because. Just because. And this is pretty much, besides the ribbon, of course, this is pretty much the last step for these tags. Let's do this one in pink. That's the pink fabric I said I didn't have. I totally forgot. I didn't make strips out of that one at all. But, you know, life goes on. Let's put a gold on this one. Okay. Let me see. Okay, make sure this is going right. Sometimes it doesn't go in correctly. It's just once in a while. Let's put a blue one in this one. We're almost done here. But I want to make sure and get this step done. Okay. And this one should have pink. Oh, no, I should put a black one on that one. That one would look pretty with the black. Right there. Yep. That looks good right there. And let's see, we got this one. Just put a green one in this one. Just because. No other reason, just because. Okay, and we got one more. I'm going to put a red one on this one. Because I think that would look pretty. Yep, that would look nice. Okay. So we are all done with these tags that I started making yesterday. Oh, I still have a couple more actually. Whoa, I have 3 more. Who would have known that, of course, that would happen after I made all of them and all the holes are all set and everything. So I'll figure these out in a moment. But here are my tags, you guys. They got the eyelets in them. They're all ready to go. I just got to put ribbon and we're all set. So I do hope you learned something today. And again, my channel, my live tonight is going to be canceled. But I'll see you guys on Friday night and we'll be doing some more fun stuff. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I had a lot of fun hanging out with everybody here. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Deirdre. Lori, thank you, Jane, for being here with me. Betty, Christy, Tina, Patricia, of course. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Look how many tags I got done. That's a lot of tags. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this part 2 of this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys Friday night. Peace out, you guys. Have a good day. And join my Facebook group if you haven't, so that way you can see if I'm going to go live during the day. Peace out, you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, Tavy. Bye-bye.